Hey there again, this is Mike and Bear with Bear Track Adventures. Today we're back up in the White Mountains in Lincoln, New Hampshire. We're going to attempt the Hancocks today, so Mount Hancock and South Hancock. It's really windy today. I say attempt because I don't know if we're going to get it in. It rained a little bit on the way up here. We'll see how it cooperates to see if we're able to make it to the top and back down. It's about a 9-mile loop up and down. Here we go. All right, we're on trail, so headed up towards the Hancocks, the main summit, as well as South Hancock. Round trip is around 9 or 10 miles. Finally in the forest, out from some of the wind. It's about 60 today, but it's really windy. So the main summit is like around 4,380 feet. South Hancock's about 100 feet lower in elevation, around 4,280. And Hancock Mountain is in the Pemigewasset forest, or better known as the Pemi Forest in the White Mountains. So we're on our way on the trail. The main elevation gain, we have about 2,500 feet of elevation gain on this trip. This trail is, I believe, in the last mile or so, first couple miles, or probably about the first 3-4 miles, it's supposed to be a pretty easy hike. This Pemi Forest is pretty freaking cool. So far this hike's been pretty easy. We've been running a little bit. All right, we reached the junction of the Hancock Notch Trail, which goes straight that way, which if you keep on going, you get to the trailhead of Carrington Mountain, which is the next 4,000 footer over. Or if you head this way, you go to the Hancock Loop Trail and the Brook Trail. So we'll go up here and go to the top and do our loop around the Hancocks. But if you keep on going on the Brook Trail, that's where you get to Bond and Bond Cliffs. So we're about 2 miles in, so got about 3 miles more till we get to the summit of Hancock. Looks like the climb's getting ready to start here. Look at this forest. I just love these trees. Let's go, kid. Come on. She is full of all kinds of energy today. Cutoff for the South Peak is in about 1.6 miles. The North Peak, which will bear to the left, and about 1.8 miles. Oh, bear got wrapped around a tree. The adventurous bear. Always getting wrapped around stuff when I'm not paying attention. From everything I read, we're going to go up to the North Peak first because that's the steepest part of this hike, and it's an easier going up than coming down there, especially everything's kind of wet. There's a lot of storms yesterday, so that's where we're headed. Well, we reached the junction of South Hancock, which is off to the right up here. That's the way we'll be coming down, and then off to the left, which is where we're headed now, is the trail to North Hancock. So looks like about 0.7 miles. All right, 0.7 miles to the summit of North Hancock, and boy, can you tell we're getting close to the top. The wind has really picked up, and it's probably cooled down like 10 to 15 degrees. It's quite a bit cooler up here. So onward we go. So this is what we just came down, which is a pretty steep decline there. So apparently we have to lose a lot of elevation before we get our ass kicked going the way up. Alright, looks like we get to gain back all that elevation now. This climb is definitely a lot steeper than what we've seen yet. Of course, Bear's trying to sprint up it. I'm just trying to catch my breath. She just won't wait for me. There's some people up there she's trying to chase. Looks like we got some nice stairs coming up here. We're almost to the top. Well, not quite. We got about 1,000 feet of elevation yet to climb up. Boy, this is kicking my butt. But Bear just keeps on sprinting because there's probably about 10 people ahead of us here. So she keeps on trying to catch up, which keeps on wearing me out. All right, kiddo. See if you can catch him. Chill out. Certainly not to the top, but this is our first views through the tree line here, so we must be getting pretty close. I think I found the top. I don't know if I'm quite to the summit yet, but I understand the views aren't the best from up top, so I don't know. This might be the best view we get. But holy cow. Definitely a lot of cloud cover today. At least the clouds are high enough you can still see the White Mountains. It's not covering up the entire forest. Those are the best views from on top of North Hancock. Now we're headed over to look at South Hancock. This trail in between North and South Hancock is really cool. It's just really narrow. It's really short pines on top of the mountain here. It's been kind of fun to kind of walk through it, you know, from peak to peak. Wind is just whipping through here. Every time a big gust comes through, you're just looking up to see if any trees are going to fall on you. Oh hell. Walk the plank, bear. Look at this beautiness behind me. We're on top of South Hancock. This is the overlook for South Hancock, so that completes number 6 and 7 of the 48 4K peaks in New Hampshire. So now we're just getting ready to complete our loop and head back down. It's still windy as all heck. Come on, Boober. There's just a bunch of loose rock. That about destroyed my knees. Definitely think coming down South Hancock was almost twice as bad as going up the north side. I think the north side would have been easier going up and down, but both were really good. The best views were definitely from the overlook at South Hancock. Those were just fantastic views up there. Right now we're about 6 miles in, so we got about 3 or 4 to get back to the car here. So onward we go. Right now we're on the Hancock Notch Trail. We had reached the intersection of the Hancock Notch Trail and the Hancock Trail. So there's so many people on these trails when you're trying to hike the 4,000 foot peaks. I just wanted like a couple miles of more solitude. I know this Hancock Notch Trail is not used nearly as much, and this is the trail that heads out, if you keep on going, it goes out towards Mount Carrington. So we're going out here about a mile and then turning around and going back. So probably want up being around an 11-day mile. And I figured if I want to see any wildlife today, this might be the trail to do it, because there's so many people on the other trail. I didn't really see anything except for a few birds. So just kind of walk along here. It's a really nice trail, nothing difficult, just a nice foresty trail through the Pemigewasset forest. Made it back to the junction of the Hancock Loop Trail, and the Hancock Notch Trail went out about a mile, turned around and came back. So now we're just headed back to the car. So by the time we're done, it'll be about 11 or 12 mile day. So we'll keep on going. Well, it happened on the Kinsman. It happened on the Hancocks too. Just got ran into by a couple red squirrels. And he went running up the tree screaming at us on bear. Oh, he's still yelling at you. Better get him. Parking lot area. So just shy of 12 miles for today, about 11 3/4 of a mile. But overall, really great hike. Turned out to be a nice day. It's a little chilly to start out with, but still pretty windy throughout the day. So thanks for following along. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and smash that like button. If you really liked it, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks again. Thanks for watching.